And I look forward to seeing you in a city where the promoter actually pays.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And at the end of the video, leave a comment. I would like to know your thoughts.
Well, this is Kelly Price. I am ready to do a live concert world. I've been in one live concert in right outside of Dallas, Texas in the last month, where I had an amazing experience after some things that almost happened that made it look like it wasn't going to happen. I am currently in the city of Houston, Texas, where I am waiting on promoter James, who booked me to come originally in March, and we pushed it off because there was a hurricane that actually did a lot of damage in the city of Galveston, where I'm scheduled to perform tonight. I've been in the city of Houston all day today and have not heard from Mr. James. Been calling him, texting, number goes straight to voicemail. Finally got him on the phone after I left a couple of messages with a couple of his employees where he said he was en route to meet me. Sound check has been completed. Mr. James has not paid me. The audience is already sitting in the venue. And I actually have a lot of things going on in my personal life right now that I could be dealing with rather than dealing with a promoter that is not in a position to pay tonight. So seriously, I know people feel like artists and celebrities, oh, what's the problem? But you don't go to work with the intentions of not being paid, nor do I. I have family members who are sick. I have family members who are elderly. I have other places that I can be other than here to work and not be paid. I have been waiting for 8 hours now, and there has been no response. I want to be abundantly clear. I'm still waiting. And you see me, I'm in completely naked face and I'm not dressed because Mr. James has not made it clear his position on what's going to happen tonight. If for some reason you do not see me on stage in Galveston tonight, it will be because James, the promoter for the One Hope concert in Galveston tonight, did not pay for me to be there tonight. But I am in the city of Houston and I've been given a pickup time to come to the venue. But I also want to be abundantly clear. I am not coming to the venue if I don't get paid. This is what I do for a living. This is how I support my family. This is how I take care of myself. This is how I take care of my loved ones. I can't get a call back. I can't get any responses. I can't get anybody to even acknowledge that I'm in the city, and I've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. I'm hoping that you don't even have to see this, because if you see this message, that means that I have not heard from Mr. James, and it is dangerously close to showtime. Lyfe Jennings, who is on the bill with me tonight, not sure what he's dealing with as far as this is concerned. I've tried to reach out to him and I haven't heard from him. I don't know if he's been paid. I know I have not. So if he has, that's an amazing thing. That does not solve my problem though. So before this turns into another situation, because I actually have bigger fish to fry right now, like Hertz, you know all about that. And then I actually do have family members who are elderly and who are sick. And I need to really be dealing with that because performers don't seem to get the same level of understanding that when we have stuff going on in our personal lives that we need to be able to take time to deal with that, because people are so used to us making them laugh and making them smile, even when we're crying and even when we're hurt inside. But if tonight wasn't going to happen, I had already given the grace of postponing the date because of what happened as a reaction of nature. I would have been happy to do it again. But I don't appreciate being disrespected. I don't appreciate being discounted. I don't appreciate being treated like I'm less than formidable because I'm a girl and not a guy. And I'm hoping that this isn't gonna end up what it looks like it's getting ready to be, because it's already after 7 p.m. and I still haven't seen the promoter and I still haven't been paid, and people are in the venue. And I'm gonna update you because it's necessary that you know about this. But the next time I update you, it will either be to tell you that I'm on my way to the stage, or I'll be giving you all of the contact information for Mr. James so you can contact him directly so that you can get your money back, because you will know that he has not done what he said he was going to do for you or for me. Those days are over. We've all lived through a pandemic, and we should all be treated fairly and with respect, no matter what side of the tax line we live on. I could have stayed home if he didn't want to pay me. I could have stayed home. Love you guys.
Hey, yo, Galveston, Texas. I'm sure a lot of y'all that was there tonight already know, but, you know, something's going on with the promoter. You know, the guy, you know, he just didn't have the bread for Kelly or for myself. You know, at the end of the day, I love what I do, but it is a business, so I need to be compensated, you know, or at least even spoken to. Fake hanging up and all that stuff. I'm sure y'all heard his name from Kelly. She put it on a story. You know, it's just an inconvenience, but, you know, I'm in Texas a lot. Like, we do great in Texas, man. So hopefully y'all get to catch a show to where, you know, both of us can agree to actually want a show. So that you got Lyfe, Jennings, apologize. Anybody that need to be apologized to tonight, but this is my job, y'all.
I make sure this doesn't get lost because it's too important. Number one, because you're foul. Number two, because you're a liar and number information, and you took it and you tried to use it for your own advantage. And for that, I hope God beats your behind. I hope he beats your tail over and over and over again for it. Rev Up Nation out of Houston, Texas, who hosted the One Hope not versation, not concert that took place tonight in Galveston, where I would have been headlining tonight with Lyfe Jennings, did not happen. Let's be clear. Not because I had a personal emergency, not because Lyfe had a personal emergency. It's because he couldn't afford to pay either one of us to be there on stage tonight. I have been working in this business for 30 years, and I have worked with promoters who have had emergencies, where there have been natural disasters, where there have been acts of God, acts of war, other things that have caused the performances not to be able to happen. And I'm more than happy always to work with a promoter that's trying to make something happen for fans in the community that want to see artists that they love. But this one thing I will not accept. Number one, the world went through hell in 2020. I don't feel like I had a worse year than anybody else in the world. I know I had a pretty bad year and probably one of the worst years of just about anybody that you could name in 2020 that had a year. I lost almost 20 family members last year. But to be able to pray and to ask God for the strength and the ability to get back up and get on my feet and get back to work and to do what it is that I know that he called me to do, and to connect with liars, connivers, people who are not honest, people who can't afford to hire artists, because just let's be clear, if you can't afford to hire an artist, find something else to do, because clearly you couldn't afford to hire me or Lyfe tonight. That's the reason why tonight's show did not happen. Let's be clear. The show was originally booked for March of this year. It was canceled, rescheduled, rebooked for this weekend because there were storms that took place here in the state of Texas during the month of March. I am not inhuman. Lyfe is not inhuman. We knew what happened here in the state of Texas. We both agreed to reschedule the concert for this weekend. We know that with the ice storms, with all of that stuff that was happening, that a lot of people ended up being out of money. They had no power. They had all kinds of things. There have been things that both he and I have lived through that you would never have to try to explain to us why it is that somebody needs more time to deal with something because of the things that we've lived through. But let me say this to you, Mr. James, Kendrick James of Rev Up Nation, you are the scum of the earth and you belong on the bottom of my shoe. I'm going to say it again. You are the scum of the earth and you belong on the bottom of my shoe.